Hi, welcome to your weekly pick a card reading. Now, this is the week of the 31st of May through the 6th of June 2020. However, this particular reading will be timeless. So this reading is about your soul mission. So for you to figure out what your soul mission is. So again, this is that week, but this is a timeless reading. So if you find this down the road, beyond this week, it is timeless. I do have this tuned for many of you, and that you can pick up and understand how it particularly relates to your particular story. And again, it's timeless, so for whenever you come into this reading. Okay, so with that, we'll go ahead and get ready. There will be timestamps, so look at the totems and choose the ones that you feel the affinity towards. And there will be timestamps in the description link below, but go ahead and take your time and pause the video if you need to. And I'm Seqkat, by the way, from Seqkat'Senlightenment.com, and I'm glad to have you here. Okay, welcome if you chose the Raven totem. And for the third week in a row, the Raven is the leader. Don't know what that is. So let's see what your theme is for your soul mission. Focus and then act. Okay, so let's see. Well, it would help if I would show you the card, wouldn't it? Yes. Focus and then, it's a really pretty card. I really like this one. Focus and then act. So let's see what the cards have got to say. As a fellow Capricorn I am, I can relate to this card in that we're kind of a slow and steady maker builder. We climb those mountains. It takes us a while to get there, but we get there. So that would be a focus in action, perhaps. But I'm curious to see what the cards have got to say for this. Perhaps for this reading you are being pulled to it because you are that type. Okay. Oh, very nice. Okay, yes. All right, you're being called to be the ideal you, which makes perfect sense to me. And also starting something that's of your passionate desires. And it is going to be successful. So and both of these represent newness because we got the kitten here and we got the ace. So I don't know if you have put your actual soul mission on delay or on a back burner and you're ready to embrace the new and you're ready for this right now, and that's why you're getting this reading now, or what. So again, like I have this tuned for many of you, but you are definitely starting something new, something that is ideal for you. Your heart's desires is passionate. That's great to see. That's when the universe will completely support you in doing that. And as it says, let's see if we get any more cards for the team. Oh, okay, yes, we got some cards for our thing. Oh, we got the Lover's card here too. So I don't know, tune into your story. For some of you, we're looking at a new love perhaps, or maybe a renewing in a current relationship that you have. This also represents Gemini, by the way. Don't know if that's you or someone with whom you're engaged. And we do have some letting go, something, some grief. So we do have to let that go. So we do have that going on. And we have some nostalgic memories. So we're being encouraged to remember good times and apply that to your times now. And something unexpected has happened that is causing you to have to make a decision. You're going along the way, and maybe this is what embracing some of this newness is. And letting something of the old go, which makes sense. That comes in hand with something new. Sometimes we have to make room, or sometimes they're just not a match. The newness is not a match to the old, so they can't be holding the same space, so to speak. So that's what we're kind of looking at for our theme here, guys. It's time. It's ready. You're ready for this soul mission. So let's look at your progression of your soul mission. You may see a bit of a kitty cat sitting on the bed there. That would be Chestnut. Hopefully he's not distracting you too much from my traps. If you like cats, enjoy. All right. Woo! Okay. So progression. So we're seeing lovers and we're seeing newness here, and here we're seeing disharmony. So perhaps there's been a disharmony and a loss of a relationship. Again, I had this tuned to many of you, so pay attention. Or perhaps there has been disharmony in the past with your current relationship and you are renewing it into a positive one. Or something unexpected has happened, so you'll have to look at that. Being pulled to the ideal you, and you are being who you are by embracing this new with the star card here. So that looks good. We're also being called to our spiritual mission. So soul mission is your spiritual mission. But we're seeing a little bit of resistance here with our progression. So we really need to open ourselves up to this. And some of what we might have to let go is ego. Ego's identity and clinging to the old and the past and how it identifies itself. Even if the past is good, it causes an identity there. So we're going to have to let that go as well. You don't want to be resisting this, guys. Okay, we have dealt with someone deceiving us, so sees here. But all is right with the world now. May not feel like it with this new unexpected thing coming in. But if you heed this calling of heeding your spiritual calling and being who you are, all will be right with the world. When you are heeding your soul mission, and then you are definitely on your fate line path, and that does, it leads to all is right for you. That definitely does. And you hear Chestnut in the background there. Okay, guys, so let's see what lessons you're learning. I'm going to have to shuffle up some cards here to give me some space. Let's see what lessons you were learning with your soul mission. Chestnut. Come here. Okay, so if you've had any failures in the past, which is typical, we're all in human life, that is liable to happen. They're letting you know, do not give up. Keep trying. There are more fish in the sea in whatever prospect you're doing. So in whatever endeavors that you're doing, try again. Never give up. Don't let that failure, it's trial and error. It shows you which way to go. It shows you what didn't work, so what to move forward. Do try again. We're also learning how to work together with different personalities and appreciating the different personalities and allowing those different aspects to come together, to work together to attain a common goal. And that is absolutely perfect for you to be, because there's so many of us and we're all so different and we all have our different personalities and we're not supposed to be clones, we're not supposed to be exactly alike. Okay, so we also need to learn to communicate, and this is going back together, learning how to work together with different personalities. So we need to learn to communicate and not to get into some riffraff and competition here with other people. We've got to work together. So this is what you're learning, and we have hit some defeat here. And we saw that with the failure thing too. And we feel alone and isolated out. When we work together, then we're teaming at togetherness. So we're feeling left out, well, not necessarily left out. You're probably feeling isolated here in defeat. You've experienced this at some point in your time. And this is something that you're learning to come from. This does mean it's ended and you're going into something new. And we do see newness with the idealism and the new choice and also passionate new desires. So we do see that coming there. So you're learning how to deal with an ending and coming into new beginnings here. Yeah. And with whatever this ending was, it is causing a lot of grief. We saw this earlier, and you really do need to have faith and courage and strength and trust. And we're suffering with it here with that. We're struggling with that, and that's very understandable. So this is at the pivot point where you are right now. And again, yes, you're being encouraged to have faith. You can see the kitty cat. She's got a walkway, even though she's overwhelmed with the water here. Have faith. This is also the Sagittarius card, and this, by the way, is Leo. So I don't know if this is you or whom. So yeah, have faith, have courage. You've been through something a little rough. It's okay. Your soul mission is to make everything right with the world. Just you gotta heed that call, guys. You gotta heed that call. Deal with that grief, validate and comfort, and love your ego, because you definitely do have loss and grief here. Focus and then act. That's your card. Oh, okay, I wasn't even ready. Yeah, and then we got the Sky King here. He's in reverse. He's a logical dude. It's not good to see him in reverse, so I don't know if this is you or with whom you dealt with, but you've got some healing to do. And this is what you're learning. You've got some healing to do. It looks like your challenge was intuitively coming to me is going to be this, working with different personalities, because you've gone through some pain with some people, and it's very understandable. But we are social creatures, and we are at our best working with people. You can get it together, guys. You can find your vibe tribe and get it together. So those are the lessons that you're looking at and that you're learning through this, through your soul mission right now. So now let's see what can help you and assist you with your progression of your soul mission, and as you work through these lessons, and whether that be a change in your inner attitude, because what we got going on in here is what reflects out there to us, or what's already out there for you in your outer circumstances and or people. Okay, so we have the Empress here. So we have a loving mother and nurturing person. So I don't know if you have a mother figure that you can turn to for assistance. And definitely something to help you is you have been communicating with someone that cannot hear you. Again, this is what you're learning. You're learning to accept those different personalities and work with those different personalities to a common goal. This card tells you here that you have been bumping heads with someone, and there's no way you can say it, project it, and bring them to your clarity of understanding. They cannot see your perspective. They just cannot. With their paradigms and their values, they cannot see your perspective. Even if you're open enough and can neutrally and logically see their perspective, they cannot see yours. So you're wasting your time doing that. So let that go. That is something that can help you. Stop trying to conquer them to see your perspective. Just allow them to be who they are. Allow yourself to be who you are, and understand that you don't have to see eye to eye on these perspectives. Love yourself and love them. Allow. Oh yes, and then whatever you can't knock out, your guides are here. Your guides are here to knock it out for you. I know a lot of people forget when they see the Tower card. I see the Tower card as a good thing. It's your ego that's going to wiggle and waggle because it doesn't like change. But you've got some grief and loss that you're dealing with. The change you're coming to is being who you are, coming into newness, idealist, passion that you're being called to, a new love, whether it's renewing of it with the Gemini and the Lover's card here, whether it's a renewing of it or a getting a new love. And having to heed that spiritual calling. This is your soul mission. This is what you came here to do. So whatever is blocking your way, your guides are here to help you with it. And you can ask them to help you do it easily. And if you listen to spiritual nudges, listen to that spiritual calling. It doesn't have to be a knockout. It doesn't have to have the Tower knocked down. But you've got to listen and work with those spiritual nudgings. Yep. And again, this fighting. We saw this earlier too, needing that communication. It came right on that personality card, accepting those personalities. This fighting and stuff, riff-raff, you're done. You're walking away from it. You're done. And that's what you guys are going to do. They're going to knock that crap out for you because you're done with it. It's not getting you anywhere. The egoic fighting is not done. You're hitting a state of detachment, apathy. You don't care anymore. You've hit some defeat. We saw that earlier too. The fighting's got to stop. Your soul mission is not to be doing this fighting, guys. So these are the things that can help you with your progression. Now let's look at what may be posing obstacles for you on your soul mission, and or affirmations that you're on the flow on your soul mission. And they may give you one or both, depending on how you're doing. So let's see what we get. Okay, again, we're being called to this newness, and it's successful. And again, this is of the heart. It's a heart's desiring. Listening to the heart's desire is the best thing you can do, because that is your higher self. That's what you came here to do. Source put it, he, she, it, planted, however you want to refer to it, planted these desires in you to experience this experience through your perspective, through your unique aspect of itself. So that's what you're here to do, and it will be successful, and you will definitely be fortified. That universe will definitely supply the resource for that. So this is definitely an affirmation of flow. Again, success. Beautiful to see. That's really good to see. So that's an affirmation. You're in flow. And whatever you got new, we've been seeing this newness. Whatever new is coming in, it's coming in quickly, and it is looking very positive. So it's good to see. And this is also the Cancer card as well. Very good. I did a wonderful job shuffling these cards. Let's do a take two on this shuffle. Yes. So those are two positive affirmations there. So that's looking good. Okay. So we also have some obstacles. Okay. So, yep. Your nightmares and visions that you've had, your fears, they did come into your relative reality, and we did see that. We saw that with the defeat card. We did see that. And this bumping heads with people that cannot hear us, and this riff-raff and fighting, yeah, definitely. And then grief and loss. So we've definitely experienced that. And I'm sorry for your pain. We do experience it here, especially if we do get off of our fate line, which I am seeing a card of this. So yep, here we got the Earth Queen. She's out of her element. She's got her stuff together with her business and her family, and she's wise and good counsel to turn to for assistance. I don't know if you can hear that. That's the train in the background. And when she's reversed, she's out of her element. She's not being herself. So you're being called to be who you are. That is definitely your soul mission. So we got to get that together here. And definitely have some healing to do. And we're in some resistance. We're seeing some resistance to that spiritual calling. So what this tarot reading is doing is bringing to your attention what's going on. These are your obstacles so that you can turn it around. It's not a prediction. This is your fate and doom and gloom. Do not think that at all. This is bringing into light and awareness of what is going on so you know how to change it. So there is some healing that needs to be done. As I'm saying those words, intuition is coming in saying, stop the damn blaming and stop the blame game. Yes, people come in your life. Yes, gosh, there's a lot of anger here. I can feel it. They sit there and they poke at you and they push all your buttons and they irritate the F out of you. I know. I know. I've been there. But we can't keep pointing the fingers that everything is their fault, because we have a vibration flow within ourselves. And how we're treating ourselves and how we believe in ourselves is what we pull from the outer world to reflect to us, to show us what we got going on in here, to say, hey, do you like what you got going on in here? Because the outside world is showing you. If you like it, keep it up. If you don't, change it. Holding on to grudges in the blame game with other people just causes you pain. Forgiving somebody does not make what they did right. Doesn't excuse them for it. It does not permit them to continue to do it. What it does is causes you to heal and let that pain go. Hanging on to it, hanging on those grudges does nothing but destroy you. Let it go. Let it go. Whew, I can feel some anger with that one, guys. So I don't know who you are in this storyline, but somebody's got a lot of anger. A lot of anger. And yeah, you're not getting your happily ever after. And you're staying focused that you're not getting your happily ever after because you're not forgiving. I'm really picking that up, guys. So yeah, we did see the deceit card. Somebody's been deceived and we're not happy about that. We've been bumping heads with people. We're not communicating well. We've been fighting. We're done. But we don't like this. Yeah, not pretty. There's a lot of anger. There's a lot of pain. We gotta let it go. We gotta heal. With all this anger and stuff that we're hanging on to and not healing, we're not heeding our spiritual calling. We are missing out on our soul mission, so to speak, and we are off our fate line. Your fate line is to always follow your heart's desires. You came to follow your heart's desire and experience your things, and you're on a path to do it. We hit a bump, and that bump may be we knocked heads with somebody. Oh, God, I don't like this. I'm going to go off in these woods because I don't want to cross over that bump to save my path. We go off in the woods to get away from it. You get off the wife, you're going to tangle mess. And then you emotions of being a no good person, blah, 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 and you stay there. And when you're off your fate line, the universe does not support you with that. And things just get messier and messier, and your life is just not working for you, and you have no idea why. You got to get back on your fate lines. You got to surrender to your higher self. You got to ask your guides, angels, whomever your deities are, for help to help you get back on your fate line. Listen to those heart's desires and move towards that. Again, they will completely support you and open the doors for that. But there's going to have to be some healing here, guys. And I'm really intuitively picking up some forgiving. Let it go and forgive people. They are people with their egos too. And just like you can't help yourself to sit there and blame them, they can't help themselves for whatever they did. Everybody's ego needs to be loved and comforted and validated because everybody's ego is a toddler that never grows up. And each ego needs its own person to love it. So you kind of need to sit down with your own ego, see it as a child, and give it a love, and give it a hug. And go, yeah, that person, they put us through crap. It sucked. I hated it. It was painful. I get it. You have every right to feel this way. Validate it. Let your ego complain to you and tell you how awful they feel. And give it a hug. Give it support. Give it love. You need your own love more than anybody else's love. Because once you can give yourself that self-love, then that's when you can pull in other people that love you. Self-love is number one. It's number important to notice. So it's very vital. And this is where the healing begins. And then when you can love yourself and get yourself in that healed space, and when you see somebody else doing something that doesn't match your values, you can look at them and go, okay, their own little ego child needs them to love them, and their ego child is not getting love from them, and that's why they're doing this. And then you can look at them with more compassion instead of pointing fingers and blaming. Okay, so those are your obstacles, and those are your affirmations. You're in the flow. So let's see what the outlook looks like for now, as the energies are going for now. And you can change this, okay? Keep this in mind. As you become aware of what's going on, you can change this. So for now, as things are going, perhaps even right now, as you are opening your mind and seeing the tarot reading, making some thoughts in your mind. Well, let's see what your progression looks like. Okay, very good. You can navigate through your challenges with ease. That looks really good. Very good to see that. And also, if there's a possible move of residence, that's looking positive for you. Depends on what your story is. Again, I have this tuned to many of you, and as this one is timeless too, for whenever you look upon this video. Okay, well, it flipped, but it flipped right back, so. If it's meant to flip again, it will. Whew, gosh, that guy, that energy to blame, guys. Whoever's got it, it's strong. Blah, blah, blah. I have to cleanse this energy. It's not doing you any good, guys. I'm sorry. I love you. It's not doing you any good. You've been through hell, and I'm sorry for your pain. It's not doing you any good. Yeah, there's some lack of family support, so I don't know if the riff-raff and fighting's going on in the family. And there, no, that's like, and there's some confusion here, definitely going on. And something that we've been working on that was kind of new is not going to lead to material success if we hang on to not healing ourselves, stay off of this fate line. We're not going to get our happily ever after, and if we don't heed that spiritual call. Your soul mission is positive, to pull to the ideal you, get on that new path of your heart's desires and passions, and that will be successful for you. That is what your calling is. But if you stick with all this other crap, it's not going to happen, guys. But you are seeing a spiritual breakthrough. If you can come to clarity and understanding with this, you do have a spiritual breakthrough, and that can change all of that around. So this confusion card here will flip right side up and go, ooh, what are my heart's desires to choose from? You've been living in a world. Also with this one, when you see it reversed, it's kind of like you've been living in a world and you've been thinking it's going a certain way, and you think it's going for you, but something came and popped your bubble and you realize, this ain't quite what I wanted. This ain't what I quite came here to do. So that's what you're doing. But you can flip this upside down too and get your success. So have that spiritual breakthrough. Come into awareness, guys. There's some pain here, guys. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Some self-forgiveness needed too. Even as you hear this and think, oh man, you know, she's right. I haven't been blaming them. Don't eat yourself up and judge yourself up either. You've done the best you can possibly do. So be patient with yourself and love yourself too. Don't hold on to the old. We change moment to moment. Don't sit here and judge yourself from yesterday's moment that you were the same person today as you start opening up and seeing things from a better perspective. Give yourself that credit that you've moved closer to your values. Definitely give yourself your credit. Whew. Rough reading, guys, but that's your reading so far. If you want more clarification with this one, I did the reading on the Mystical Cat Tarot, and the oracle card for your theme is by the Messenger Oracle. And I will be doing a clarification with the Tarot Familiar, and that link is an extended reading. That link will be in the description box below if you want some more clarity on this reading to help you out. Also, I know this wasn't the best of readings, guys, but if you found this reading helpful, you can definitely share your comments. I'd love to hear from you. Or if you found it helpful, I would really appreciate if you give this reading a thumbs up, just so that I can reach it out and help out more people into the YouTube land out there, especially with this one being timeless, so that it can assist them and help them as well. I really appreciate that. That benefits me and helps support me. I really thank you for that. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I love having you here. If you'd like to subscribe, definitely hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notifications for all the videos I do, because I do chakra clearings on the first of the Wednesdays. I recommend doing a chakra clearing. I really do. It clears your aura as well as your energies, as well as all 12 major chakras, and grant you mothers, and come back and open up your heart chakra. And your heart chakra would be really good to open up to help you with this too. Definitely great. And then on the other Wednesdays I do musings, which I call the series Seqkat Musings, where I teach you how to get in your joy and to live in your joy. That's my passion, and that's my goal for life, to get people living in their joy, because that is really what we came here to do. But life kind of swallows us up when we get all drenched in drowned into the egoic story, and we forget that. So that's what I'm here to do, remind people you came here to live in your joy. So anyway, all my love to you guys. This one was painful, really, truly. Yeah, all my love here. Anyway, hope to see you in one of those places, and until next time, much love and light. Okay, welcome if you chose the Wolf Totem for your reading, for your soul mission. So we'll see what the theme is for your soul mission. Your theme is time to reflect. And by the picture, it may not look reversed, but the words are upside down, so it does reverse, because it's like she's peering into water to reflect upon something. So we have something to reflect upon. So let's see what the cards have got to say. Not quite. Almost. Okay. Seems you're experiencing overwhelm. Two leaders coming in. The question is, how are you pulling overwhelm into your life? I had again tuned too many of you, so I'm hearing for like one answer is for some it's through chaos, for some it's through not delegating. All right, so these flipped here. Okay, so you're gonna tune into what story is relative to you. Now we do have here the Ten of Earth upright, and that's good to see. So we are building or have built a positive like legacy, family, business. We've got it all together here, so that's looking good. And with the Nine of Fire here too, we're in our vibe tribe, so that's going really well with this building, this legacy here. So that looks really good. However, we are feeling trapped, and that might go back to that delegation. Maybe with this legacy that we've built. Maybe we built a business and we're just overwhelmed with too much to do. Maybe we built a family and we're overwhelmed with too much to do with that. And we might be feeling a little bit trapped in result of that. So that definitely might need to go back to some delegation to gather you some help and belief work within you that you are worthy of getting that help. And for some of you perfectionists out there, and nobody can do it as good as you, releasing that and trusting and working with others, getting all kinds of things here coming there. And also this represents the Capricorn card, whether this is you or with whom else that you engage with in the situation. So your soul mission may be to be working with people, and things are positively going. It's just learning to trust that others can do a good job, not being in so much control. Really? For the theme, okay. Okay, yeah, working with others and trusting their personalities, like I was picking up there, definitely. And working together and to attain a common goal. So we might have to trust and turn over some delegation there, sure enough, with that one. Walking away from some disputes and riffraff and fighting. So that could be causing some of the chaos. We're engaged with differing personalities. So we might be having to walk away from that. So time to reflect on that. And we might be feeling like we're lacking some family support here with this card showing up. And someone feels left out of the cold and perhaps even abandoned with something, but we are staying focused on that and thus perpetuating it. So we need to learn with your soul mission to get your focus off of that which is negative, that's not working for you, because you're just creating the negative. So we've got a little blend here of some things going on, but again, I have this tuned in. Yep, some messy people. We've gotten to a mess with people's, maybe even perhaps some karmic mess for those of you that believe in the karma in that way. If there are any legal issues with anybody, they do look positive for you. But again, that may be some of that chaos, needing to delegate. Yes, we're seeing a variety here. And something is showing up unexpected that is causing you to have to make a choice. And you're being asked to have faith as you make your choice. And have, anytime you see this card, everything's going to be okay. Things may feel overwhelming, just like your card said here and says, but you're going to be okay. Have faith. And this also represents Sagittarius, whether that be you or with whomever you're working with. So we're going to move on now towards the progression of your soul mission. That was your theme. Let's see what the cards have to say for that. Okay, someone has hit the bottom here, perhaps with the people that we've like been riff-raffing or something. We are feeling defeated, isolated, alone, perhaps even. But hitting that defeat, you're going to rise up and grow from that, and things are going to get better. So we do learn in your soul mission. We do learn from these hardships. And I think one of the things you're learning is to how to work with people. We do not walk upon this earth as a single entity. We are one, as we are source. If you've ever had the cosmic conscious experiences, you know this. But source is playing a game through each of us as unique, different individual aspects. So we're here to play together. And that's what your soul mission may be about here with some of the cards that are showing up, learning to play together. And yes, you're being called. Oh, we got a couple here. Okay, you're being called. You're on a spiritual calling and you're being called to it and you're positive and open to it, so that's looking good. And in so doing, you're also being called to experience your dreams. You have dreams and desires planted in your heart by source, those seeds, and you're being called to choose from them and move towards them. So that's looking good with your progression with your soul mission. You can have your dreams. That's what my work is all about. Just to remind everybody, you can have your dreams, you can live your dreams, you can experience your dreams. It's what you came here to do. I'm not going to count that. They didn't flip, guys. I kind of just like dropped those. Let's show if I read them. Okay. Okay, so take a look before you leap. Maybe you're looking at doing something here in the near future. Just be careful and do your homework before you take that leap. And you are being called to something new. And again, something of the heart, something that's moving you, and definitely move to those dreams. So you might need to get like a little preparation with this card in choosing those dreams and on how to move towards them. So I always suggest surrendering to your higher self and angels and guides for guidance, the deities of your choice. That's always wise to do under any circumstances. Let's see if you get anything more for your progression for your soul mission. Yep, there we go. Oh yeah, this is a good reading, guys. I'm liking this. Okay, so you're in your power here. We've got the Emperor. He's in his power, and he's kind, noble. I like this. This is looking really good. Good father figure too. So, and that most definitely you're in your power. And this is also represents the Aries card as well. And then we've got the Sea Queen too. So this is looking good too. She's the most clairvoyant of the bunch. So she's following her intuition and guidance. So this is looking good. And you're heeding that spiritual call. So I can definitely see that working together there. So looking good. So your progression for your soul mission. You're on your path, guys. Looking good. It really is. Okay, so let's see what lessons you're learning with your soul mission. Now it's time for me to move some cards to make some space up here. Okay. All right, so I kind of picked up the energy just a smidge over here, slightly, and it is showing up here now. You've put in your harvest, you've put in your seeds, you've sown them, and your harvest is coming in. Sometimes, okay, since I do have this tune for many of you, so you have to choose your relative story, so I will cover both meanings. The strongest feeling I'm getting is you're just not quite having enough patience for it. Hang in there. Usually when this is reversed, it kind of means you've sown your seeds for some long-term results that are not working out. So this could be you, and this may be for those of you that are feeling overwhelmed perhaps, and or feeling trapped. Maybe you went and took an egoic step and that unexpected thingamabob showed up that you need to change, and maybe some of this people mess that we're in right here. So that might be some of what we're looking at there. So you have to decide who you are. Are you really over antsy about waiting for your success, or have you put in something long term that you need to release that, and that's what's causing some of that chaos? Because you are being called to something new, and you are in your power to do it, and you are being called towards your dreams. dreams, heart's desires. It feels like joy, not egoic. Oh, it feels safe and it's the smart thing to do and nobody will fuss at me because I did it and there's not enough money, so let me take this route. What is in your heart's desire? Joy. That's what you want to move towards. That's the difference between higher self calling and ego calling. Your universe will always support you with the higher self calling, and that's when you get into the flow. Things get messed up. And listen to the ego. Don't hate your ego. It's doing the best it can to keep you alive. Survival is its number one goal. Work with it, validate it, and comfort and love it. Okay, so yeah, again, reining in that ego. So yeah, you did go for something long term, and this is probably what we're going back to that card for time to reflect. This is what you got to reflect upon. Where did your ego kick up? And rein that ego back in, and let's open ourselves up to our heart's desires. You are having a spiritual calling, and I do see some positivity towards you going towards that, so that is looking good. And you have some skills to continue to acquire and learn with that. Or maybe you're even a master at a skill, and one of your spiritual callings is tune into your particular relative story, is to teach others, and that's what your call is to do. And you are on your fate line with this new calling, guys. This is, when I talk about your fate line, it's following your heart's desires, and we go down our path, and we came here on planet Earth. It's not going to be perfect. Source is perfect. Everything's easy for Source. It can create anything it wants at the bat of an eye. But it came here on a playground called 3D Earth and plays a limitation game. So you are going to hit bumps even on your fate line path. And the bumps is what causes the ego to go, ooh, I can't survive that. I don't like them. I'll go over here in the woods and get off it. But then that's when it gets in a mess and it gets lost. It takes a while to get back. And that's when you don't have flow. So you are on your fate line now, heeding your spiritual call, moving towards your dreams and desires. You're definitely on that. And whether or not you are the teacher or you are learning, you are on that now. So that is good. So keep that going. So this is what you're learning. You're learning to not eat that ego. Listen to your higher self. And you very well may be learning that because you very well may be being called, I can say that, to be a teacher of this, of some sort, in some way, a spiritual teacher. So you have to go through it first, so you can teach it to others. And this can be what your soul mission is from this. Tune in to what feels relative to you, again, because I have this tuned into so many people. And here we go. So yes, you are prepared. The universe is ready to support you. You've done some preparation. You might be a little timid right now. You are being called to all the newness. You might be a little timid that you get burnt, but life is about getting a little bit burnt. You are going to hit the bumps, but just keep moving forward. Don't give up. Source has got you. It's playing a game for you. You are good to go, and just let go. Just let go. Allow yourself to let go with ease. Just let go. It's a floating cat. Let go. And allow Source to move through you and follow that flow. Let go and flow. So yeah, that's what you learn. That's looking good, guys. I like this reading. Oh yeah, look at this. Okay, so yeah, that we have dealt. We're seeing signs in your themes, some mess with people. And some abandonment with people and perpetuating it and some fighting and riffraff and all that stuff. Yeah, we're seeing all that. And that's showing up here too. You've been perhaps even through some cut-through competition. You really had to stand your ground here. So you've been through that. But you're being called to a new journey now. And that new journey is working together with different personalities to attain that common goal. Don't come away with this with the ego thinking, God, all people suck. I don't want to deal with anybody. I can't do it anymore. Gosh, with the things that are going on in this world right now with this pandemic and other issues that are arising on this date, it's easy to fall for that and believe in that. But there are good people out there, guys. There really are. And you're one of them. There's people out there reflecting you. So have faith in that and keep your faith and stay on your soul mission. And we're here to help each other. And I think you're being called to help others here too. Okay, so that is what your lessons are. So let's look at what can assist you with your soul mission here. And whether this be changing your inner attitude, because what you got going on in here is what reflects and what you pull into you from out there. And or what you already got going on in your outer world through circumstances and or people. So let's see what can assist you here. Okay. So I'm seeing a little bit of financial issues here, guys, with this, or abundance issues. We're not feeling like we have enough. We might have a tendency to want to hold and hoard a little bit. And during this pandemic, not surprising. I've even had to tell myself going to the grocery store, okay, toilet paper's here today. I'm going to trust that it's going to be there tomorrow and not buy extra. I've had to do that too, practice myself, and really be resourceful on that. It does work. So surrender that to your higher self, because all your resourcefulness is within you. You are the source. So all your abundance is within you. And you can work with your root chakra on this one to help you on that one. So that's something that would help you. Knowing that, working with the root chakra. I do a good chakra cleansing on the first Wednesday, which will cover all of your chakras, all 12 major. It will cover your root chakra as well. And you are being who you are. So that's good. You're moving towards a new. You got a couple little hiccups like this, and that's okay. You're human. It's not going to be perfect. You're being who you are with the star card, and that is brilliant and wonderful and lovely to see. Keep it up. Okay, so you're being called here to continue to heed your intuition with a spiritual calling that you're responding to, following your heart's desires. That is good. You may have some healing to do with some people. We can see the amethyst surrounding the priestess here, and of course she is the priestess herself. So you might have some healing to do with some past messes that you've had with people. Very understandable. And that's what they're talking about this time, to reflect and going within and reflect. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, yep. And then, learning to communicate with others, getting a little spitchy-spatchy. The people problems is what's really showing up for you here. And don't worry, you guys, you're here to help knock this out for you. A lot of people freak out when they see the tower. There's nothing to freak out about. It's just your ego that's going to wiggle and waggle when you guys come in and knock out what your ego wouldn't allow you to let go of, so to speak. Remember, you had that let go card over here. So let go. When you don't let go, I call those spiritual nudges. And if you don't listen to spiritual nudges, they come in and kick you in the ass, so to speak. So don't worry, you guys have got you. And watch out. You've probably... I'm going to say you've experienced deceit, people deceiving you, perhaps even betraying you in the past, which I can see. We've got a mess here. We do have a mess in your theme. I can definitely see that. That's what you're working on. And so, yeah, you got to go within and do a little self-nurturing, a little bit of self-love, the practice of loving yourself. And so I teach this, and I have a program actually, and I really teach people to sit down and see your ego as a toddler. And let it tell you all of its pains. Okay, so-and-so did this and I hated that. And so-and-so did this and that hurt. And this made me feel like this. And this made me cry, or this made me mad. Let it get it all out. Listen to it and validate it. After it is said its spill, validate it. So you have every right to feel that way. Yeah, because that sucked. And that was painful. Validate it, hug it, give it some love, and give it a hug. It really needs your love. So yeah, go within and give yourself some self-nurturing, some mothering love there. You're being called to go within and do some meditation and working with yourselves. And this part we're resisting a little bit. So let's open ourselves up to not resist going into that intuition and going into that healing. And a lot of times we don't want to heal when we see people doing crappy things, because we don't want to forgive them, because we fear if we forgive them, we're inviting them to continue it, or we're opening ourselves to more people doing this to us. That's not what forgiveness does. Forgiveness does not excuse their deed. It does not perpetuate their deed. It frees you in letting go of the energy that tethers you to the pain of that. That's what you gotta let go of, guys. You gotta let that go. And then you're being called upon this new journey, which is great. And your new journey is following your heart's desires and letting go of that pain and letting go of that energy and healing it. Because as you go over it in your mind, so-and-so did this, so-and-so did this, so-and-so you did this. Yes, I told you to sit down with your ego and give it that moment. Let it spill it out and give it that love. And let it process that emotion and validation. But you don't want to keep going there and stay stuck there and hold on to that energy, because as you continue to do so, you continue to focus on that and continue to create it. Again, we're perpetuating that, keeping your focus on these bad experiences. To stop having bad experiences, we got to stop looking at bad experiences, and we got to start creating and visualizing and manifesting the good experiences we want. And you have the power to do so. You are in your power. So you're doing good. You're good. That look before you leave, the little preparation you need to do, I think is some forgiveness is what I'm seeing here. We're trying to get back into working with people to attain a common goal. There are good people out there, guys. There really are. Don't forget that. Okay, so these are the things that will help you. You really got a good reading going here. We just got to untangle some mess from some people, and it's very understandable. I understand completely. I've been there. Okay, so that is what will assist you. So now let's look at your obstacles and or affirmations of flow. So the cards will share with you what may be an obstacle for you, or they might be showing you where you're doing really well, and that's an affirmation of flow, or both. You may be doing a little bloop here, but great there. So let's see what they got. Ooh, okay. All right, so yes, you're being called to be the ideal you. Follow those heart's desires and joy. That's great. Affirmation, you're in flow. Awesome, 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 possum. Feeling a little unsupported to go for the new, in that we saw a little bit of that lack of family support earlier too, and that's understandable. And it could be even paradigmal from childhood. Don't let that get to you. Don't let that get to you. The universe supports you to be the ideal you. It's what you came here to do. It's what Source came here to do through you. So yes, so our strength and courage in working with others and being able to work with others in peace and harmony. It may be hard to believe that. It may be hard to even fathom that. And I get it. I understand that. When you've been through a lot of riffraff and fighting. I grew up in an abusive childhood. I get it. I can tell you, you can arrive there. I have arrived there. So ego loves evidence of arrival. Give it. And you've got reassurance here. Everything is going to work out completely good. Here is the sun card. Can't beat the sun card. Even if it's upside down, that just means you don't believe it. But this means deep down inside of you, you do believe it, because you are opening up to this, and that is good to see. And here we do have family support, and family supporting, celebrating you. So that's really good to see too. So hang in there, guys. Heal what's got to be healed. Things are going well. So that's affirmation you're in flow. So really good. That's really good to see. Also, what we go, Leo card, if that's you or pertains to someone else that you're engaged with in these situations. Tune into your relative story. Guess I have this too many. Let's see if you get any more for the affirmations in flow run. We do. Okay. Yeah. You might be feeling a little detached from people and you're done with people, but it's a temporary state the way it is upright, so that's good. So just work on that little bit of healing. Go within and do that meditation that you might be resisting a little bit, and do that self-loving, nurturing that. Do a little bit of that, and that will help you start feeling more attached to the world and back in the game here. And you have a choice to make. And yet it's a hard choice to make. It's a hard place in a rock. You don't like something that's going exactly the way it is right now. But to make a change, you don't like the choice you got to do to make the change either. Been there. It can be scary as hell. And because the ego really detests change, because it's all about survival. It knows it can survive right where it is. Something can even possibly look better. Or it may even look worse. But being where it is not working. So it doesn't want to move towards what may be better because it's not sure it could survive that. Or it certainly doesn't want to move to what looks worse to it right now. But it could be your higher self guiding you through what looks worse that's going to get you to the better. Always my advice when I see this card is take the one that makes the change. Because you know you're going to be miserable forevermore where you are. You already are and you don't like it. So take the one that makes the change. All right, so that's your affirmations and or your obstacles and affirmation. You're in the flow row. Flow row. Okay, so now let's look at what your outcome of your soul mission is looking like today. This is not set in stone. This is not a prediction. This is reading the energies of where you are today. Even as you view this tarot reading and come into awareness, that can change what this outlook row would be. This is not set in stone. Use this tarot to your advantage to come into awareness and make this anything and everything that you love. And if it is good and positive, keep doing what you're doing. Never fear the terror. It's nothing set in stone. It's just bringing you into awareness. It's reading current energies. I am one who believes all realities exist, and you can jump on the one you want. Just take some belief. Okay, so let's see what we got. Okay, guys. We really suck on these people. Alright, so going back to this card. Feeling abandoned. We've gone through abandonment here, and we're staying focused on that. So here it is, just nostalgic memories of the good old days, but we're focusing on the memory of the loss. Oh, those days were so good. They were beautiful when we were together, and now they're gone, and I miss those days, and it's lost. Gotta let that go, guys. You gotta let that go. You don't want this to be an outcome, because it's just going to keep you in the energy of pain and sadness and feeling abandoned. Gotta let that go. The universe does not support this at all with this card. No, no, no. The universe is like, nope. This is not going to work out for you. Don't do that. You've got the power. They've showed you this. Move toward what is new. Listen to your intuition with all this. This is your spiritual calling. This wallowing in the pain and loss, no, it's not going to work for you. I know. I've been there. I've done it. Yes, your nightmares came into your relative reality, and you experienced it, and it was hard, and it's painful, and it sucks, and it hurts like a motherfucker. I know. I've been there. I've experienced abandonment issues. I know. Sit down with that ego, love it, and comfort it, and validate it. Then let it go. You've got to move on, guys. You've got to get out of that energy. So that's what I'm seeing with the outcome there. Let it go, guys. Surrender. Ask for help. Ask your higher self. Ask your guides. Ask your angels, deities, of your choice. Ask people in your life that truly love you and truly care for you. Ask them for help. I had to get help. I honestly had to get. I'm a coach today because I was in such severe abandonment issues and got so scared of people I couldn't move, and I was depressed. I was suicidal for over a year. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't clean the house. I couldn't even feed the animals. I was such a rock bottom, and I was scared to death to get help because that would be engaging with people, and I was scared to death of people. I waited almost 3 years to get help. I'm glad I got the help, and this is why I'm a coach today, because I want to be there to help other people. I don't want anybody feeling what I felt. It was hell. It was pure hell, and I was so alone and so isolated, and I've always been the intuitive type and could always follow my intuition, but my fears were so raging, so irrational, I couldn't tell what was my intuition and fear anymore. Get the help, guys. I'm honest about this one. Get the help. You're needing it. Yeah, you're needing it. Your dreams can come true if you get the help. That's the wish card. You can have it. They're telling you, they're showing you here. But here you're not navigating through those challenges so well if you stay stuck in all of these memories. You're not navigating that very well at all. Your dreams can come true when you get that help. They're affirming me by saying when I'm saying that. I told you, get that help. My dreams, I'm living in my dreams now, guys, because I got that help. So yeah, and this also, again, tune to your relative story. If this is in regard to a move of residence, it looks like there could be some delays here. Or even, usually I say delays, but for that one, maybe it's a no-go for you to move. That's just coming in, so take this as it relates to you. Mr. Manipulator, Destroyer, Challenger, Oppressor, no. You apparently have experienced this. I don't know if you're being this. I think you've experienced this from another. It's going to be hard. There's going to require forgiveness. First, you've got to love yourself, fortify yourself, validate yourself, comfort yourself, and forgive yourself. Guys, you really. you've got a good reading. We just got some emotional attachment to some pain we've been through with other people. I know what that's like. It does not have to be like that forever. I assure you. Your dreams can come true. Please heed that. Please listen to that. And that's why your soul mission is time to reflect. So definitely want to listen to that. All right, we'll do another little quick shuffle here. See if there's any more for your outcome. Okay, I don't think we're going to get anything more for your outcome here, guys. All right, so if you want more clarification on this reading and more details, I did this reading with the Mystical Cat Tarot, and I did the theme card with the Messenger Oracle. And I definitely will be clarifying in an extended reading with the Tarot Familiars, and that link will be in the description below, and that will be by the Wolf. You can definitely click on that to get you some more clarification to help you with this reading. It's a good reading, guys. You just got some bumps of some pains to go through. Hang in there. You can make it, and you can live your dreams. Also, if you found this reading helpful, I welcome your comments in the comments. Please do so. And even though it is a positive reading, you just got to work through the emotions. So you may not exactly like this reading, but if you did find it helpful, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that thumbs up, hit the like button, because it does help me send this video out even more into the YouTube land so I can reach out and help other people. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help people live in their joy. Because I've been in that pain. I've been in that hell, and I know what it's like. And I was there for a long, long time, and it's not fun. I know. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help people. So I'm asking you, if you can help me help others just by hitting that like button, I'd really appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Sorry about the emotions, guys. I can feel the energy coming off of this. I know. It's painful. I can relate to it. I really can. But if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm glad to have you here. If you'd like to join me, you can hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notifications so you're notified when I do more videos. I also do a chakra clearing, and I recommend it to help you with these people issues that I'm seeing here. I do that the first of the month on the Wednesdays. That cleanses your aura, all your energies, all 12 major chakras, which helps you release emotional traumas and stuff, and be very beneficial. Grounds you with Mother Earth, and then I come back and also open up your heart chakra, which is very, very powerful. That gets you back into your power, and it helps you love yourself, forgive others, and brings you back into your power. And remember that we're one. So that's very beneficial for you too. And then also on the other Wednesdays, that's just the first Wednesday of the month. The other Wednesdays is what I call my Seqkat Musing series, and that's just where I teach you little tidbits of how to get in your joy and live in your joy, because that's what my goal is, to help you guys out. Okay, guys, so thank you so much for being with me in the reading. I will either see you in the extended reading or in one of those other places, on another reading on a Sunday or on a Wednesday. Until next time, much love and light. Welcome if you chose the cat totem. Okay, so let's see what card you get for your theme for your soul mission. And you received Nourish the Soul, and it is in reverse. So it's something we really need to work on here. So Nourish the Soul. So we'll see what the cards have to say. And the first little intuition I can share with it is it's really easy to get caught up in the day-to-day stories, in working and living your life in this 3D realm reality, that sometimes we can forget the spirit, we can forget the soul. And keep in mind, I have this tuned to many of you, so that may or may not be relative to you. We'll see what the cards say. Just tune in to where you see your relative story. It could be we are one that nourishes the soul, but we need to really jump on it big time now. Ooh, yes. And it could be that we have been through some pain and perhaps betrayal, and we need to heal the soul. So there may be some healing here. Looking at that. And sorry for that, guys. I know the betrayal hurts. Really, really hurts. It's a hard one to come back from. Move the toes, make a little more room here. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we've been making some choices that were not being supported by the universe, so ego has been at play here. Like I said, nourish the soul. When you don't have universal support, you're out of flow, and it means that's ego. It's not going to support the ego that's pulling it off of the fate line, and your fate line, you'll hear me say this if you watch me often, is all about following the desires of your heart, because that's what Source is planted into each of us as individual aspects to experience life through our unique perspectives. So we're out of sync there, and we have not been creating our desires. Even you following the ego desires, and that's what happens when we follow ego. Ego thinks it knows what it wants, but ego's primary goal is to survive and avoid as much pain as possible. Source is aspects and ideas by putting these desires through you is for you to thrive, and your higher self is how you are tuned to Source. You are Source, you are your higher self, but it's a unique aspect of Source through you, and it is always going to encourage you to thrive. So you will not be supported by the universe to just survive. They know you can have better than your ego can possibly believe. So yeah, it is time to connect and reconnect with our spirit and nourish the soul. So a little higher self work here, connecting with that, connecting with your guides, connecting with your angels, the deities of your choice, what works for you. And time to do that. Gotta step out of the egoic story here. Do not hate your ego for keeping you from surviving. It was created by Source to feel the different spectrums of contrast and preference. And the preferences will be your desires, what cause you to flow. When you go through the contrast, that shows you what your preferences are. And Source cannot feel that as its Source self. So it has to play this limitation game. Welcome to planet Earth, and welcome to your ego. And that occurs through your ego. So it is created as Source, so it's not to be hated. It's not to be discarded. It is to be worked with like a child. I always see the ego as a toddler because it is. It never grows up. Love and validate and comfort it. And what we have to do when we grow up in life and paradigms and people, we kind of learn along the way we're not allowed to be in a joy. We don't feel like we have permission to be in the joy. And we have to reassure our little ego, yes, you can be in joy. As children, when we're first born, we keep reaching for joy because we believe we can have it. Yep, we got the Earth King here too. Yep, and he's reversed. And it's like whatever he was working to build, he's like striving to build a legacy for work, his family, it all fell apart. So yeah, your ego got off the fate line somewhere along the line, went off in the woods because there was a bump along the way, and the bump scared us. We go off in the woods and we hide and get in a tangled mess. And here we have a little cat thief who wants to steal the crystal and the totems. So that's what happens, and the universe never does support that, so you get out of flow and things just get messier and messier. To get back into flow, you've got to get back on that line. You got to get back in alignment with your higher self. Your higher self is here, ego goes out here, things don't feel good. Got to get the ego back in alignment, and then things feels better. So that's what we're looking at, guys. So we'll see if you got any more for your theme. Yeah, we do. Yeah. Okay, guys, so whatever mess we've gotten into, we're feeling very trapped, and to the point that we're getting aggressive with it. So I'm sorry what you've been through. It's not been working with the egoic choices, and it could simply be egoic fears of just that point of survival. Maybe you're staying in a relationship because you need to survive, or maybe you're staying in a job that you hate and detest because, oh, it brings me money, and if I go do what I want, I can't get the money. Whatever your situation is, you got to tune into your relative story. It may be something I'm not even saying here, but you know in your heart what it is that's not working. And whatever it is, you got to let it go. Being encouraged here to let it go. Let it go. It's not working for you. Okay, so let's move forward now with the progression of your soul mission. As this is unfolding, it may be a little bit painful. And if this reading is relative to you, you know it's hitting home, and you're like, yeah. Do keep in mind, guys, tarot readings doesn't mean this is permanent, set in stone. What you hate is how it's going to be, or even predictive. It's reading the current energies, and it brings you into awareness to show you what to change, so you can change things. And yes, you're being invited. Whoops, hold on, we got another card first. Yes. Okay, so you've been doing some type of preparation to start something new, and you're ready for it. You may be a little timid about it. Maybe you're preparing to get back on your fate line. Might be a little timid about it, getting burnt. We are going to get a little bit burnt here on Earth. Like I said, Source is limitless and perfect, and it came here to experience the game. But we don't have to get full-blown out burnt. We can get a little burnt, we can hit little bumps, but we don't have to get in the big mess that we create for ourselves when we get off that fate line. You are also being invited with this newness here, a new journey, and you can be successful with this new journey. You're definitely being invited to that. And nourish the soul. This is the theme card for you here, and you're in reverse. You've been resisting that, and yep, it's showing you here. It is time to go within and spend some quality time meditating, connecting with your higher self, connecting with your guides, angels, deities of your choice, but you're resisting it. So you know this call is here. You're being called here, but you've got to clean some stuff up. So you need to go in and do some of this. Okay, so let's see what else we got. Let's see if we got anything more. I'm sure we do. Yeah, we do. Yeah, guys. Okay, I'm so sorry. Yep, the path you've been on really has not been working for you, and you have hit the ultimate defeat. It's in reverse. It's the ultimate defeat, and it's been painful, and I'm really, really sorry. That's not a fun place at all to be. That's showing up with betrayal, not creating the stuff we want, maybe losing everything that we tried to build, and feeling trapped to the point of aggression. Yeah, guys, I'm really sorry. Very, very sorry to see this. I'm very, very sorry. The good news is, this is the end, and it is time for something new. It's time for your new journey, and you were prepared. You were ready for the end. You're done. You're tired of this. And you don't need to continue to perpetuate this. You don't. You can change things. You hit rock bottom, and when you hit rock bottom, you can't go any further down. The only way to go down is up, and you can, and you will. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, here we're trying to force things and put them. What you've been doing, you've been trying to force a round peg into yeah, okay, or square peg in a round hole. It's not a square hole. Okay, you've been trying to force a square peg in a round hole. It doesn't fit. Force is not flow. Again, not flow. The universe has not been supporting you. Deep down, been knowing that this isn't your path, this isn't what you're supposed to do, it's not working, and they're showing you here, this is what you've been going through. It does not work. So it is time to nourish your soul. It is time to surrender to the higher self. Let's do the higher self's way, because the ego's way has not been working. Okay, so you do have the power to do this. You have the power within you. You are Source itself. You have your higher self. You have to tune into that power and turn to it. You have it within you. This is confirmation for that. And this also represents Aries. I don't know if that is you or not. Okay, yep. And definitely need to study something. Definitely need to develop some more skills or something. Make some preparations for whatever new thing what it is that you're getting ready to move towards. And you are on your spiritual calling now to nourish that soul, align back with your higher self. You are definitely being called on your spirituality, spiritual calling, and you are receptive of this idea because it is upright. So that is good. That is the good news. So that's good. Stay on this path, guys, and your life can get better. Let's see if you get any more for your progression. Yes. Okay. So yeah, with the choices you've made, you've not been with your vibe tribe, so you've not been getting along with some people. So we didn't come here to experience being a single entity. We came here to experience being different aspects, and we are also here. It is instilled within us to be social creatures, so we need to get along. So we do need to be in our vibe tribe to be at our best. And looking at this, so you've been working through through integrating structured paradigms. This one can be good or positive, and so since this is tuned to many of you, this could be an invite for you that you may have some spiritual beliefs that have been taught to you, and that's fine. And if they are helpful to you, then this can be a positive call towards that. Or this could be representing that you are operating out of paradigmal beliefs that have been instilled within you, even from childhood. They're debilitating you to thrive. And if that's the case, then you're being called to change and break those beliefs and break those paradigms and those structures and come into who you really are. So just tune into which story is relative to you as I have this tuned to many of you. Okay. So let's now look and see what lessons you're learning on your soul mission here. Okay, so one of the lessons you're learning is to kick back and enjoy the fruits of your labor. So you can't enjoy the fruits of the labor of ego because the universe does not support it, and it leads to a tangled mess, and we're feeling trapped, and we feel like crap, and it leads to destruction of everything we've built. So this is one of the lessons you're learning. When you work with that higher self and get into flow, then what you build can work for you, and you can sit back and enjoy it. Thriving. Thriving versus surviving. So that is one of the lessons you're learning here. You may hear a little baby crying in the background. They may be getting close to her bedtime. And she gets a little grumpy and a little sad and fussy. But she's a sweetheart. Okay. Yeah, guys, really bad, terrible karmic mess with tangled mess with people. Really bad. Sorry about this, guys. Really, I say, get in that ego, you get in a mess. You go off in those woods, you get in a mess. Also, if there's been any legal issues, tune into your relative story for who's got what going on. If got any legal issues, they're not looking too good for you, and I'm really sorry for that. We've got to untangle this mess, surrender to your higher self, and that might be some part where you're feeling trapped to the point of aggression. If there's any legal issues, I could definitely relate to you on that one. I'm really sorry for that, guys. Again, this does not mean this is doom and gloom and you're forever doomed. This is to bring you into awareness of what's going on, and sometimes we have to just go ahead and face our mess. To begin to clean it up. Yep, and you haven't been, I'm not surprised to see this in reverse, you have not been being who you are, who you really are. Who you really are is your higher self. When we're following the ego, that's not who we really are, and then we just create a life for that ego, and it never works out. And you're being invited to spend quality time with loved ones and friends. Like I said, and this could be some soothing to help you grow and heal. We need that connection there. We definitely do. People that really love you, who truly care for your welfare. Not the family and friend types that want you to not be yourself. They want you to be the way they want you to be, so they hang around you and you make them happy. Not that type. That's not a healing crowd. That's not a vibe tribe. We had a lack of a vibe tribe in that other life here. So just make sure when you spend quality time, it is with people that are your vibe tribe, and those are the people who truly love you for who you are. You can appreciate what you really need. Yep, and things do not feel right with you in your world right now. They're not right for you in your world right now. Your world is effed up because of what you've been building. And that's okay. We can switch things, and this is what you're learning. This is your soul mission right now, to change it. This is like your current soul mission for you to change. Yep, and you're being invited to listen to your intuition. You heed the spiritual call, and there's definitely some healing to be done. As you can see, this is the priestess, and she's got amethyst all around her, which is a healing stone. So yeah, definitely, or healing crystal, I should say. Definitely there's some healing to be done, guys. So spend that quality time with people that really care for you. And if you can't find family and friends because you've been out of vibe tribe, get some coaching. Somebody that can truly help you and care for you can really help you. Get that help, guys. Let's get things back right with the world. Let's flip that upside down. Let's flip that world card right side up. Let's see if we got anything more. And these are the lessons you're learning. Let's remember what round one. quite a bit more. Okay, yeah, so we had some like self-nurturing that we need to go within and do and give ourselves some self-love. Like I said, working with that ego, seeing it as a toddler, go into meditation, see it as a toddler. Let it tell you all about its pains, the problems it's had with people, the problems it's feeling within itself, how it's feeling trapped. Let it voice it, listen to it, give it a hug, tell it you understand it completely. It has every right to feel the way it feels because it has not been fun and it absolutely sucks. And you need to validate it. It's the self-validation, it's the self-love. Give it that hug. Reassured that you are there for it and that you are seeking to help it. And in terms of your higher self, your guides, the angels, ask them for help. It helps them to cross over your free will, the deities of your choice, and get some help. That's some little self-nurturing that you're being invited to do. Also, if you're having any lack of vibe, tribe, or situations and problems, entanglements with people, again, relative story, which one is relative to you, maybe feeling trapped, could be a nasty mother. This right side up, this is a very loving mother, very nurturing. She takes care of herself, takes care of her children, instills with them self-empowerment. They go out and do great for themselves. This could be the nasty mother that just keeps her children to make her happy, uses her children to make her happy. So I don't know what your relative story is, to tune into what is working for you. Okay, yeah, oh boy, yes. I'm so sorry, guys. You have been left out in the cold to the point of abandonment. And with all this mess that you've gone through and betrayal, you're also really focused on it because that pain is big and huge and it is in your face and it hurts. And staying focused upon it is what keeps you perpetuating it. I'm really sorry for that. So there's definitely healing that needs to be done. And like spending that quality time with loved ones, that can be very scary when you've gone through abandonment issues. Been there, know how scary it is. I had to get coaching. I had to get help. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. It's what got me going. I had to get healing. So I don't know how far deep down you are, but you know where you are. Healing has to take place. And you might have to get some help with that. Okay, oh gosh, yeah, it's been rough, guys. Cutthroat competition. Ugh, it ain't been pretty for y'all at all. I'm really, really sorry for this. Sorry to see this, guys. Really am. Cutthroat competition. Mix some cards up. Yeah, that's where you belong. I'm sorry about that. Gosh, you've been going through it. One card we got going here, and this is harmony. So I don't know if you're being in. Maybe you have a romantic partner that is there for you and supports you and grants you harmony. Or maybe you're learning how to establish harmony with a romantic partner, or being invited to that. You'll have to tune in to your relative story, which one is right for you. But that's a good card. We have something looking good there. But these are the lessons that you're learning. Okay, so let's move now forward to that which can assist you. Boy, I'm glad I said that before I put this. Okay, so when we're talking about assistance, we're talking about it may be a change of inner attitude, because what you got going on vibing in here is what goes and shows up out there and reflects to you and shows you what you want to see. So if you don't like it, you got to change in here to see it out there, the change you want. Or if you do like it, keep going with it. So, or it could be your outside circumstances that you have set up that can assist you, and or people. And what we got here. Okay, so we're looking at good memories, and we're focusing on the loss of them. Oh, those were the good old days. I really miss those good old days. What will really help you is to let go of focusing on the loss. Again, perpetuating that focus. And this is loss. Stop focusing on the loss. Focus on the good times and try to reside there, because that changes the frequency. It's kind of hard sometimes. We don't want to look at the good times because it's like, oh, it's so painful because we're going to focus on that loss. But if you can get away from that loss, stay focused on, I felt happy then, and stay there, and that vibe that raises your frequency. And as you raise your frequency, you bring in more of what you desire. When you stay in that negative, oh, but it's gone now, then you just drop that frequency, and it's just going to keep perpetuating the negative stuff that you don't like. So we need to do that. And yep, I see this could definitely go back to that possible nasty mother. I see that you have not felt loved and supported to explore and do new things, and that very well could have happened in a childhood paradigm. The universe is letting you know you can do that, because they can support you and will support you when you follow your heart, when you're being who you are, when you're following the desires that come from your higher self. So they're letting you know you can do that. So that will assist you changing that and knowing the universe has got your back. So let's see what else we got for what can help you. current soul mission. Hitting that area of apathy and detachment, understandable with the pain that you be in. Be careful not to numb out. Feeling those feelings and working through them, they're not easy. It's difficult. Coaching really might be something you want to really look into, guys. This is good though. It's not reversed, so it's not ingrained in depth and sunk in. This is a temporary state, and you can change it. Just jump on it, nourish that soul, start going within, jump on it, so it doesn't become deeper. When you get in a state of apathy, it's like one of the low vibes on the pole. The lowest one is shame, and I think apathy is right above that one. Then you got some climbing to do to get back up to joy, and there's a lot of climbing to do, so you don't want to get to a perpetual state of that. Okay, so yes, you're being called. Okay, so this is your fate line to start heeding all this advice, to start nourishing your soul. That is your fate line. To listen to your higher self, to embark this new journey. That is your fate line, and the universe will support you on that. So that is what you need to turn to, guys. You really need to turn to that. Heed your intuition and reflect and work with your emotions with this card reversed here, and a little bit of resistance of doing that, but that's what you really need to do. It's just kind of like this resistance of going within. Stop the resisting. This will help you heal faster and move towards feeling much better. This also represents Pisces, so I don't know if this refers to you or with whomever you're engaged in this situation. So tune into your own particular relative story there. Let's see if we got any more for what can help you. So like if it's a Pisces, maybe Pisces can help you. So it just depends on your relative story. And that fate line card is coming right up against that, tuning into your intuition and looking over those emotions and healing. So it's definitely your fate line there. Okay, I'm not gaining any more. So I think it's time now to move to your affirmation and or obstacle row here. Affirmations, you're in the flow, or cards that represent that you have the obstacles that you're facing and going through on your soul mission. So you could have one or the other. You could have this working for you and that's in flow. This is one of your obstacles you can go through. You could have both, you know, one or the other or both. Let's see what you get for that. Ooh, okay. We've got a big story here. Oh boy. Y'all ready for this? Okay. All right. So here someone's receiving charity, but this is flow. This is a symbiotic relationship. It is beneficial to both the provider and the recipient of the charity. So I don't know if you're providing or receiving, but that is working for you. So that is good to see. Yeah, it's been really nasty. We're trying to conquer people to believe like we do, see things the way we do, or they've been trying to do it to us. And we have to decide, do we want to be loved or do we want to be right, so to speak? Stop trying to change people to see things the way you don't, and you keep your boundaries up. You can see things from your perspective as well. We are each unique individuals and aspects of the source. We're supposed to be different. We didn't come here to be all alike. You are having a spiritual breakthrough, so this is definitely an affirmation of flow, and that is great. And yeah, they're definitely showing you here you're going through some overwhelm, and this is an obstacle, feeling overwhelmed, and you probably need to get some help here too. Delegation of help here. You're definitely feeling overwhelmed with all of this, and that's understandable. And you're scared. You got your nightmares pressing upon you, and you've been through some stuff. It's understandable you're scared, so that's some fear that you're going to have to work through, and that's going to require some healing, guys. Really recommend Joe Dispenza's book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Great book to help you work through those fears. Definitely that. Yeah, and definitely being called to have some faith here. And again, don't put that focus on perpetuating the past. You've got to change that focus and understand, yes, things may feel like the waves are crashing in on you, but you can see the kitty cat's got a stable ground there. So definitely want to have that faith. The universe has got you. You just got to trust it. And I know it's hard to do when we're in overwhelming fear like that. And this also represents Sagittarius. I don't know if that's of you or someone else. good sign here, the sun sign. Everything is going to work out. Definitely in the flow. Everything is going to work out for your highest good. Stay on this path and it is working out for your highest good. There's no beating the sun card. So yay. Hang on to that. Hang on to that. And yeah, the fire that burns. When the Fire King is in reverse, he is the fire that burns. He can be a warm, passionate leader type, and the fire that can warm you and help you out, but he's the fire that burns when he's in reverse. So I don't know if you got burnt by somebody, or if you need to be careful that you don't become that somebody. Tune into your relative story there. Okay, so that could be an obstacle, dealing with some of that. So maybe that's where you're feeling some trapment or something. I don't know. And then working with those different personalities again, like I said, working with them and accepting them and working together to attain a common goal. And this would be a flow card if you are working that way. That is the best way you can go about doing it. Okay, yeah, and we got some abundance issues, so make sure we're not hoarding and being greedy and hoarding, or letting money issues make you really scared, which can definitely happen if you're in a turmoil like this and feel trapped with people because of finances. Don't let that get you, because ego really likes the money one for survival. Because man has really painted the picture. Money is how you survive. Money is the power. Money is not the power. Money is not power. If you learn anything from me, learn that. Money is merely a tool of trade. Power is within you, and your abundance is within you. Work on your root chakra for this one, guys, because you are the source is within you, and you have all the abundance with you. I do have a chakra clearing that you can utilize too. I do those on the first Wednesdays, and that'll help clear all your chakras, all 12, in fact. That can help you with that. Oh, yep, and you're in a stalemate with someone, so yep, I can understand that, because this is showing up here. We're feeling really trapped to the point of aggression, and that'll also go back to that messy tangle of a mess with people, which was in reverse, which indicated if you were possibly in legal issues, they might not be looking pretty, and that could represent that stalemate too. And I can't seem to find that card now, but I know we saw it. I know we did, unfortunately. Well, anyways, so yeah, all right, so you're in a stalemate here, so you're going to definitely need to surrender to your higher self and get some help from your guides. Guardian angel power, I highly recommend that. Have a prayer. Get your higher self to stand before you, and your guardian angel stand before them, and their guardian angel stand before them and their higher self, and ask your guardian angels to talk back and forth to get you out of this stalemate. Get some help. Sorry, guys. Whew, y'all going through it. Oh, gosh. And yeah, if you're dealing with this guy in reverse, yeah, he can be a manipulator, challenger. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. You're really going through it. You really are. But keep in mind, you've been going through it. You may be in the mess of it right now. Nourish your soul. Put your focus there, and everything will work out good. Right now, what I'm getting, don't you love my accent there? Right now. Right now. What I'm getting from this is your story is a mess, and your ego probably feels tempted to work on the story. That's not going to work. You're in your power, and you have all the power within you, and the way to do it, this is going to sound crazy, you just stop the story. F the story, and you go within. That's what they're inviting you to do. And you seriously, you just clean up everything within here. And I promise you, everything out there will start reflecting the cleanup in here. I promise you. Look into the law of attraction. Get that book by Joe Dispenza. Ho'oponopono, you want to look at that. I've got the practice of, not that. I got the erase it, replace it. You can find it on my website. Look at this stuff. Cleanse yourself here. Let go of that story. Start working on the inside, and you can change all of this. And you feel like you might have to fight with this person that you're trapped with in a stalemate, and you have to really get in there and fight and do the battle right. Let it go. Let it go. Almost like acquiesce. Work on you, and you can totally change everything out there. Totally change out there. Bashar would say circumstances do not matter, state of being matters, and it is true. Get this vibing high, get this vibing in love, and you will change your outer reality. Abraham Hicks would tell you, dealing with and talking with the people, you don't have to do it. Just change your inner reality. and it works. I'm here to say I've been studying with tons of people for many, many years, but I've also been putting all this stuff into practice, and my higher self has been guiding me to do this and that. It works. It works. Hear me on this. It works. Okay, so let's look at your outlook, guys. Nourish the soul. This is your soul mission. Nourish the soul. And I told you at the beginning, you gotta let go of the story. You're working so hard in the story, working so hard in the relative world. That is not your point of creation. It looks like it. It's set up to look like that. To experience a virtual game is a real game. It's set up to look like that. But it is not how it works. You create from within. You create by what you focus on, think about, and feel. Create with those frequencies. My website, Seqkat, Enlightenment.com. For the eraser place. I think I got a link there. Okay. Okay, yes. So, outlook is looking good. Victory and success and celebrating that with others. Following your heart's desires. It's newness and you will be successful. So, yes, it looks like you're hating this reading. But you've been ready. You've been ready for this. You've been ready for this. Believe me, you've done your homework to get this far to even see this reading. And you have a choice to make. A choice to make to keep sticking with the old and the survival. Choice to make. Keep trying to do things in that relative world, or just go within and nourish that soul and watch that relative world build itself. That's, you work here and the work will build itself. The universe will kick in and do it for you. I promise, I promise, I promise. It may seem scary as hell at first because the ego loves to keep control in the 3D world. Not understanding it doesn't control the 3D world that way. Its fears control it by perpetuating what it fears. It's when you get into the love vibe, you start getting your joys. And I know it's challenging when you've been through a lot and you're going through a lot. I get it. Okay. So let's see here. Yeah, so we got the Earth Queen who's been feeling out of her element because she's not being herself when she's playing with the ego. And she's got her stuff together. She when she's upright, you know, she's running her business, can do her family, is one to turn to for wise counsel. When she's in reverse, she's not being herself, she's out of her sorts. Coming into yourself and heeding this advice and nourishing your soul, you'll be in alignment with your higher self, and you've got the complete support of your higher self. And that is why the Sun card is here. Heed this one, guys. Follow your higher self. Your higher self is calling you to nourish that soul. Go within. Again, this is saying the same thing. When the Hermit card is reversed here, make sure you don't isolate too much because you need to heal. And to heal, you're going to need to connect with people that can help you heal, that truly love you. You may need to get that coaching. So don't isolate too much, but you do want to go within, of course, and meditate and work. But you may need some little extra help with some outside help. We are social creatures. We heal with each other. Okay, and here we got the Sea Queen, and she's a good, loving mother, nurturing type, and she's also clairvoyant. So listen to that intuition. Definitely be pulled by that. And we have some things that we have lost, and we just need to let go. Work through your grief over it and let it go. Let the egoic ways go as well too. And yes, there has been some failure in the past, but that's okay. The universe is telling you try again. There's more fish in the sea, so to speak, with whatever it is, a business, family, whatever it is, even a romance, whatever it is in your life, then you will be successful. The universe has got your back. Just follow your higher self and you're good to go. Okay, guys, so if you want a little bit more help with this particular reading, I am doing an extended. I did this reading with the Mystical Cat Tarot, and I did your theme card with the Messenger Oracle, and I will be doing an extended reading with the Tarot Familiar, and that link will be in the description box below beside the cat, and that can give you some more pinpoint clarification if that's what you're looking for. And I know this wasn't the best of reading. Hopefully it was helpful, and I really welcome comments. You know, share your comments in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you. And I know it's not the best reading, not maybe one you really like, but if you did find it helpful, I would really appreciate if you could give it a thumbs up, because it helps me circulate my videos more out into the YouTube land, where I can reach out more people to help them, to get them back on their feet, to living in joy. And that's what I'm here for, to help other people, everybody, live in joy. So I had the Wednesdays Seqkat's musing series, where I just share little tidbits with you how to get in your joy and live in your joy. And at the first of the month, the first Wednesday, I do the chakra clearing, where you're going to clear your aura, your energies, all 12 major chakras, ground with Mother Earth, and then come back and open up your heart chakra, which is very beneficial and helpful in healing. So I highly recommend that one. That'll be really good for you in this one. So yeah, so I'll either see you at the extended reading, or one of those Wednesdays, or maybe on another Sunday tarot reading. Until next time, guys, much love and light.